Have you ever wondered why you're so pretty yet men are not chasing after you? Well, here's why. Well, think about it. Have you ever seen a line outside a Gucci store? Outside a Chanel store? What about Louis V? See, that is exactly what happens. You are a very expensive, exclusive, high priced item, and not everyone can afford you. So they don't even bother asking for the price.
All right. All right. So that was the video. All right. For all the high priced, expensive women out there. allegedly. Allegedly. Yeah, so let me know your thoughts about that video. What do you guys think? I'll start with you, Hope. What do you think about that video?
I think a lot of people could like apply to it. Like it's not just women, but it's also men too. Cause there's like a lot of people who are like high priced and stuff and not even well, honestly, I think people just try to like come to you and get at you without even like thinking, oh, am I really like as valuable as this person is, or am I even as like good for this person as this person is really that like high end or
Mm-hmm.
that valuable.
Okay.
But I'm not saying some women or some men are not worthy, but I'm just
Mm-hmm.
saying if they're like looking for sex or whatever, don't go for people who are like looking for uh like marriage and all that stuff. Just go for someone who has lower standards like that meet your standards.
Okay.
No offense, but
Okay. 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 All right. So Hope, what are your thoughts about that video? All the pretty women out there that are not all the pretty girls out there that are not attracting men.
That are not attracting men.
And that's why she's saying that, if you're a very beautiful girl, very attractive, but the reason why but if you're not they're not attracting men, that's why. You're just too expensive. The guys are
No.
afraid to approach you. Do you think that's the reason?
It goes both ways. Like when you're attractive, people are always like, nah, she's too pretty for me. Like they don't want to shoot their shot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, I may have done that with like some girls or some guys. I would see them like, yeah, there's no way they would date me. But right now, I don't give a F attitude. And I'm like, I'm just gonna shoot my shot.
I'm just gonna shoot your shot. All right. All right, for sure.
Because like, I don't know, society forces you into a box and you think that way.
Mm-hmm.
You're, oh, she's so pretty, like she would never date me. And now I'm just like, you never know. And that's why pretty people are single, because nobody wants to approach them. Just saying.
Okay. All right.
Not
So all right. So you guys got to respond to that video of why if you're a pretty woman out there, if you're an attractive woman out there, and and if you're not attracting if you're not attracting men, all right. So you guys both got a chance to respond. You guys want to hear the real truth?
sure.
You mean
Sure.
we want to hear your opinion.
No, the truth.
No,
I think it's more like your opinion.
This is the truth. This is the truth. All right.
never will. Okay.
All right. So this is something I have to explain to a lot of women out there. All right. Is when it comes to men, there's two types of women, right? The woman that he wants to have sex with, and then the woman he wants to wife up and start a family with. All right. So for a lot of women out there, when it comes to sex, you guys already know this. Men don't give a shit. All right. There's no standard when it comes to sex. We will have sex with anything, right? And that we will have sex with anything that's available. But there's a lot of men out there that have sex with very pretty women, but there's a lot of men out there that have sex with a woman that's not as attractive. So when it comes to sex, men will have sex any type of girl. But when it comes to long-term commitment, making you his primary girlfriend long term or making you his wife, then there are certain qualities that men look for in order to wife you up. And the reality is, if you're very pretty and you're not attracting commitment from men, that means that the qualities that men look for to wife up, you don't have those qualities, and that is why you're not attracting commitment or marriage long term. You're gonna still attract sex. So I'm sure that pretty girl that's on that video, I'm sure she's still having sex, or I'm sure she's still attracting sex. But the problem is none of these guys are wifing her up or committing to her long term and to make her their primary long term girlfriend. And and the qualities that men look for, especially when it comes to a wife, they want a woman that's not promiscuous. Men don't want to wife up a hoe. They want a woman that's wifey material that can be compatible with them. They want a very, especially if the guy's very feminine, they want a very, especially if the guy's very masculine. He wants a very feminine woman. So there are certain traits that these men are looking for. So the reality is, and I have this conversation with all these girls, because I have a lot of girlfriends that are very pretty, but they can't attract commitment from guys, and they don't know why. And I have to explain to them what the reason why these guys are having sex with you, but they're not committing, is because you don't have the qualities that these men look for when it comes to a wife. But then the feedback I get from them, well, they're having sex with me. I mean, I'm so attractive, yeah, but a lot of women don't understand there's a difference between sexual attraction and commitment attraction. Just because men want to have sex with you doesn't necessarily mean that you're wifey material. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're the type of woman he wants to wife up. Because men will have sex with anybody just to have sex. But when it comes to who they want to wife up, there's certain qualities that they look for: femininity, fertility, beauty, and you're not a hoe, right? And of course, or having kids with somebody, with other men. So that can be left. That those are the main qualities that can turn off a lot of men, that they don't want to wife that woman up. So that's the uncomfortable truth. So let me know what your thoughts, ladies. Let me know what your thoughts, because I see Hope confused right now. Oh, what do you think?
Confused.
See your face. I can see your face. What's up?
I know where you're getting all your information from. Like, where are you getting your information from?
Yeah, because I'm a man.
Okay.
Huh?
Oh,
No, that's the hard reality. Is like I told you before, is there's certain qualities that men look for when it comes to who they want to wife up. And if you're a woman, like I said, men, when it comes to sex, it's open, it's free game. So they'll have sex with anybody. But the thing is, if they're not wifing you up, there's certain qualities that men look for when it comes to who they want to wife up. The main ones is, most guys don't want to wife up a woman that's promiscuous, that's a hoe, because guys do care about woman's sexuality, that they should not be around. That's why you guys hear that. You hear all the time, guys don't like hoes. And number two is, like, if guys very masculine, you want a very feminine woman. And then, like I said, I'm trying to think of anything else. Having kids, that can be a big one. Having kids, most guys don't want to wife up a guy, don't want to take care of another man's kids, or she's not compatible. Like, she's not very traditional, right? A lot of times, and I always say this on my podcast: men are always looking for traditional women. They may have sex with modern women, but for the type of woman he wants, they want a guy like they want a traditional woman. Go ahead.
Who, me or Alpha?
No. What do you guys? Alpha, what are your thoughts, Alpha?
I think that it's like okay, I'm gonna calm down because
Go ahead.
I'm like overthinking. Okay, so like for me personally, I don't think like every man like thinks every single woman is a hoe, or like having kids is like and having a problem. But I think it still comes down to, it's their preference of who they choose to like wife up. And for me, I think people choose to be single because it has nothing to do with being like fuck buddies. Some just are happy being single. But
Yeah.
for me, I don't think I could care less if I was not even like who I wanted it to be with. I could care less if I wasn't his type or her type or whatever. But for me, I think that if he was to wife somebody up, none of the single ladies he was with even matters. And I don't think it's because he was just they were just choosing to be hoes or that they didn't like have the qualities. I think it's just because it's like what he just would rather prefer having for the rest of his life, whether that she be like a hoe or not.